Hello, my little shipheads, and welcome back to Ship Talk, where I talk crime, weirdness, and general oddities in the world of supply chain. This week, let's talk Genghis Khan. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan built the fastest communication and logistics network the world had ever seen, and it covered 5,000 miles of the most hostile terrain on Earth. He called it the Yam, and it was essentially a relay system built on horses, stations, and a very specific kind of ruthlessness. Here's how it worked. Every 25 kilometers across the entire Mongol Empire, there was a station called a Yam station, stocked with fresh horses, food, shelter, and supplies. Riders carrying official messages or moving imperial goods would ride hard to the next station, swap to a fresh horse, and keep going without stopping. A trained relay rider could cover 200 kilometers in a single day. For context, a normal traveler on horseback in the 13th century was doing maybe 40 kilometers a day, if the conditions were good. The Yam was 5 times faster on a bad day. The network at its peak covered the largest empire in human history, stretching from Korea to Eastern Europe. To use it, every official rider wore a special tablet around their neck called a piaz, made of gold, silver, or bronze, depending on their rank. This piaz was essentially a logistics passport. Flash it at any station across the 5,000 miles of empire, and you were entitled to fresh horses, food, lodging, no questions asked. Marco Polo described the system in extraordinary detail when he traveled through Asia in the 1270s and said it was one of the most impressive things he had witnessed anywhere in the world. The genius of it was not just the speed, it was the standardization. Every station operated the exact same way. Every rider knew the protocol. Genghis Khan understood something that modern logistic managers still talk about today, which is that a system only moves as fast as its slowest point. And the way to eliminate slow points is to standardize everything and pre-position your resources. The Yam was not just used for messages either. It moved grain, goods, tax revenue, and military intelligence across the empire at speeds Europe would not match for another 600 years. When the Mongol Empire eventually fragmented in the 14th century, the Yam collapsed with it, and the world lost the fastest land logistics network it had ever built. China rebuilt a version of it later. The Russians adopted elements of it in their own postal system. The Pony Express in the 1860s America was essentially the same concept, 17 centuries later, on a much smaller scale. Logistics infrastructure is power. Genghis Khan knew that long before anyone in our industry even existed.